Who's back? Welcome, folks. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the PWF's War Show. And I'm the host, the one, the only, Captain Awesome. And tonight I'll be discussing the topic today about backstage news about Batista's status with WWE, and John Cena about his condition as well, his status as well. And yeah, that's about it for tonight's show. And before we get into that, before we start, you know the score, folks. You know, PW fans. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to plug my stuff. First off, I'm going to plug, follow my Twitter. You can follow. There's two Twitters. You can follow my first Twitter, which is my personal account, which is Captain3Awesome, and you can follow the PWF Twitter, which is PWF is War, and you can like the Facebook page and the group, which is Broadcast Wrestling Fallout, and you can subscribe now if you haven't already subscribed. Subscribe now. You will get subscribed to. You get on this channel WWE reviews, which is Raw, pay-per-view reviews, predictions, updates of news and rumors. I don't do SmackDown reviews anymore, but if you want spoilers or anything, I could do a video on that. But only if you want. And yep, that's it. Right for what I do on this channel, and so spread the word, guys. Tell everybody, friends, family, anybody who loves wrestling, check the channel out, see what they think of it, leave feedback. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but hey, if you're a wrestling fan, you will love my stuff. So maybe not, but spread the word, guys. Like, share, you know what to do, and let's get into the show. Let's start the show off with the first. So I'll start off with the Batista. Well, this was from today. So let's get into it. It's like a rumor. You could say, it's a rumor today from Lords of Pain. That's the source, everybody. And it says from Lords of Pain, it says in the update on the recent reports on Batista possibly not returning to WWE due to the success of Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy, people close to Batista says he feels let down and he's unhappy of how WWE booked his return earlier this year. And it was noted to PW Insider that if he returns to WWE at all, it will begin a program for WrestleMania 31, and Batista has expressed interest in working a retirement match against Triple H, but there's been no word within the WWE that might go in that direction. So that was from Lords of Pain. My opinion on this, guys, I'm surprised because didn't he sign last year a 2-year contract that he's going to be regular on TV and going to do live events and things like that? And he said he's happy to be back to the WWE, he misses it and stuff like that. And now there's reports saying he's done and he's not. He was considered doing a retirement match and it's against Triple H. Obviously they have history together, Evolution, and they're buddies in real life. It makes sense that they have a match, a feud. I think they should have the feud anyway, if it's a retirement match or not. I'm kind of like, I can see why he's unhappy where he was booked this year, because how they gone with it, a lot of empty promises. I think he thought he was going to be world champion. It didn't happen. he returned obviously early this year in January. I think if they kept, obviously the dirt sheets didn't help, or was it TMZ or whatever, got leaked that Batista's returning, and that didn't help either. So I think if it was kept a secret, if he went, if he returned at the Royal Rumble but didn't win the Royal Rumble, it might have gone a different direction. It might not, fans might not boo the hell out of him because they couldn't stand him, and they just hated that Batista won the Rumble, and they wanted Daniel Bryan to win, which, or me, I wanted CM Punk or Daniel Bryan, but more CM Punk because he deserves it more. But I'm not saying Daniel Bryan doesn't either, but CM Punk, he should have won the Rumble. But Batista didn't need it. He won it before. He didn't need it to win the Rumble. The fans wasn't happy, and he lost at WrestleMania for the title. And after that, he put over Daniel Bryan in the Shield. So you can't boo the guy. So he did well, like putting over people, but he wasn't happy. He's getting more success in movies, and I think he's just going to stick with the movie star stuff. I thought he's going to come back by now, but he hasn't. I don't know if he is going to come back. I thought after SummerSlam he'd be returning, but I don't know what's going on with Batista. But we will see. I don't know. My favourite, I mean, if he's not, it looks like he's probably coming back next year, WrestleMania 31. I would like to see him in a match with Batista versus Brock Lesnar. I mean, Batista versus Brock Lesnar for the title. I mean, that could be a threat, for Brock Lesnar to face. No one has seen that before. Maybe at Survivor Series, I'll book it. Maybe like a Hell in a Cell match, something like that. Something like that. I would have him come back for. Or I don't really want him to. Well, I don't know. I'm a bit surprised. Would he be coming back for just, I don't know, maybe one more match, retirement match? Maybe it's Triple H. I mean, if that is fair enough, he had a pretty good career, but I don't know. I don't think he's not really said anything. It's just a rumor, guys. I don't think he hasn't really said anything. You can take it what you want. So yeah, that's my opinion on it, guys. So tell me your thoughts and your opinions on Batista's status of unhappy that he got booked, how he got booked this year, and he could be just coming back only to have interest in the WrestleMania 31 program or retirement match against Triple H. So do you agree with it? Or you disagree? Are you favour having him retire match with Triple H, have one more match, or WrestleMania 31 program, or are you against it? You don't want to see him back at the WWE? So tell me your opinions, and yeah, on that. So we move on to the next update. Rumor. It was about 2 days ago, but I wanted to do it earlier, but I didn't have time. But it's about John Cena, obviously. It's from Laws of Pain. That's the source. It said about they have. What? Okay, yeah, something was in the way. Sorry about that. But yeah, there have been talked within WWE for about 6-8 weeks that John Cena is still having problems with the shoulder, but he's having more problems with his neck. I mean, maybe from those 16 German suplex didn't help. There are long-term nagging issues that Cena has been dealing with. It was also said that there have been a lot of people within WWE keeping an eye on Cena to see where he will be going forward, and to regard him to acting and not wrestling as much. And there have also been people talking within WWE who say Cena appears to be in pain, and they believe Cena has slowed down physically in the way he moves. Well, what I take on this is, are you surprised? I mean, the guy's been no, you can hate on him, dislike him, not fan of him, love him, hate him, whatever. But you have to have respect of what he's done. I mean, as in how much of a hard worker he's been there. He's been there night and day, and I mean, he's been there. He's been there for the WWE. He hasn't gone. He works hard, and he does so much for charity. Make a wish. I mean, that's what I expect him for. But put that aside, I don't respect, I said my opinions on him before, but overall I do respect him. There's no doubt. I don't hate the guy. I do dislike him, but I'm not a fan of his. But fair enough. Everyone does have a fan. I'm sure, Cena fans don't like him, don't like Roman Reigns, don't like Daniel Bryan, and obviously people don't like Cena, like Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns or something like that. Yeah. But it's about yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, he needs time off. The guy needs time off, no doubt about it. He needs like a year off to me, or something like that. He had time off last year, but it was like 2 months when he's supposed to come back in 6 months' time or 4 months. He came out in 2 months, and that was just ridiculous. They pushed it too hard, his return, I think it was pointless. I mean, to me, I think he should have more time. I mean, he gave more people more spotlight, not always the spotlight on him, because he loves the spotlight, no doubt. But, I don't know, he keeps saying some talent, the young talent should step up. They've been stepping up, but he just doesn't like them to step up, you know what I mean? He just put them in the burial list, most of them. But, I mean, let's be honest with you, yeah, that's true, but say what you say, but and that's another day, another time. But yeah, I mean, he needs time off. Definitely 6-8 weeks. If it's the neck, he definitely needs it now, because the next it could be serious injury, retirement could be. To me, I think he's done everything there is in WWE. I think he should call it quits. I think he should go in the sunset. Obviously they need him WWE, of course, because he's the golden boy. He sells the merchandise. He's the top drawer for them, and this is their problem. They've been relying on him for so many years. I mean, The Rock and Austin was a few years. This guy's been doing it for 12 years or something as a top face, or 10 years. Then I think the next guy to replace him looks like it's going to be Roman Reigns. But we'll see. But yeah, I think, well, they say he should be focused more on the acting now, but, he's done one movie. Is he gonna? I think he said reports that there was reports before saying he wants to do more movies and not do much wrestling. So I think it's good for both parties. I think he's done everything there is. He's a 15-time world champion. I think it's time for a day. I think that he needs to. But WWE obviously needs to replace him with someone who does the top draw, the merchandise. So yeah. But yeah, he definitely needs a break. I mean, how he moves, yeah, he doesn't move. I mean, he sold pretty well the Brock Lesnar beating at SummerSlam, but obviously that didn't help. But yeah, I mean, that's the update. Maybe some people say he could end up being a part-timer. Maybe that will help him. But yeah, so you tell me your opinions, guys. What do you think about this news, rumor of Cena is having problems? Just with his shoulder, and most of it problems with his neck. What do you think is a good idea? Do you think it's a good idea he has time off, obviously, a year off, few months off, and then return? Maybe return as a heel, maybe, perhaps, maybe freshen his character, or don't just retire and have a sunset, whatever he wants to do, or just just do movies, be a part-timer, wrestle less, just do movies and that's it, or just stay in movies and leave WWE. Just tell me your opinion, guys. Leave feedback down below. You know what to do. Thanks. That's the end of the show. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys for another episode. Before I go, make sure you can follow us on Twitter, the PWF Show, which is on Twitter. It's PWF is Raw. Follow my personal Twitter, is Captain3Awesome. And of course, you can like our PWF Facebook page and group, which is Broadcast Wrestling Fallout. And you can, of course, you probably should know now, if you haven't, click that subscribe button now, because you'll be missing a tons of stuff I do WWE reviews, which is Raw, pay-per-view reviews, predictions, and and I do news and updates as well from rumors. So if you don't, you can even use your cup of tea or not, but deal with it in the end of the day, as you say, as my my quote I usually say. But yeah, so do that. Spread the word, everyone. Tell your friends, anybody who loves wrestling. Check my channel out. See what you think, and see you guys for another episode. I'm out. Peace.